Dale Matthews, Grants Pass. Some people have said, Dale, can't you be just a little funnier up there like you are on your nightly show? And I'm going to try to do that. Remember when the commissioners told us that as many as 214 full-time family wage jobs would be created if we help build wheelchair ramps out in the IV? I think that's pretty funny. Remember when we were told that we have a failing intersection out in Merlin? You know, I had asked the ODOT people, I said, who's calling this a failing intersection? Why are you calling? I said, no, we're not calling it a failing intersection. Really? ODOT's not calling? No, that's a commissioner and some builder in Grants Pass. Really? Now, why would they do that? Because we could see, we were told that as you come up to that exit, why people are backing up onto the highway. No, they're not, and anyone with common sense knows that that's absolutely false. People are not backing up onto the highway. But Sandy Casanelli came up with a low-cost alternative. She said, let's just put a stop sign in the feeder road. Problem that didn't exist, completely solved. Nobody's backing up onto the highway. So now why is it a failing intersection? A failed intersection, we told before. Now, there's plenty of those in Grants Pass, but not there. So we don't need to spend those $1 million. We're going to spend it anyway. See, it's coming out of my other pocket. One of them comes out of the pocket for county and city, and the other comes out for state. You're spending my money. You're spending my state money on something that's just false. So there's another one. This is a great one. This is the funny one. So the court says, we need a single point of entry into the courthouse. Why? We're being inundated with crime. Yeah, it's courts. Criminals sometimes come to court. And we need you to restrict the access to our floor. Great. You just put a guard at the elevator, and you say to people, if you want to go to the court, you have to go up in the elevator. No, that's not enough for our commissioners. They want to close off their entire floor, too, because they're important officials, and people might be coming in there to cause them trouble. Really? No. There's a low-cost alternative which will cost us state taxpayers $0. You just restrict access to the court floor. That's all. Problem solved. Now, Commissioner Walker came up with the idea of a kind of a serpentine track that could go across the lawn in front of the courthouse, and you go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and eventually, it would be a nice grade for wheelchairs. And, well, that's still doable. She said, nobody's going to do that. But instead, they're talking about revamping the entire building to close off the floor to the county commissioners. This is silly and funny.
Anyone else wish to speak?
Frankly, neither, Mr. Matthews.
Yeah, it's neither.
What is your motivation, other than to just dispel some sort of conspiracy here that doesn't exist, behind Exit 61 and a builder? I'm sorry, I just have a real tough time of putting the dots together in any logical fashion that has any benefit whatsoever. It's an intersection that isn't facilitating the needs of the growth in that area. Do I agree with it? No, I probably don't. The number of situations that I've been able to witness that, and the anecdotal information by people who live there, doesn't add up that it's a problem to this degree. Do I have a choice in that? Am I going to restrict growth and development in that area? Just walk away from it as a potential problem I could solve? Because I don't agree with the experts from ODOT who say that it's failing.